What's the most awkward thing to happen to you on a date? Did you see his caller ID flash up on the Bluetooth in the car that said my wife while you were driving?
That was the inspiration story on Reddit. Turns out that relationship did not last.
Nope.
He didn't have a wife, though.
No, he didn't. He was just testing her. Got one from Kara, said went to dinner with a guy. Everything was good. Conversation flowing. Nice restaurant. However, I noticed he kept turning around and looking behind him. I asked if he was expecting someone. He said, no, I'm just checking on my son. He had his son in the car the whole time.
Oh my gosh, no.
Son was a year old. I said, OMG, please go out there and get him. He claimed he didn't want to cancel because it would make a bad impression. He didn't see anything wrong with it.
Leaving your 1-year-old in the car makes a bad impression.
Yeah, she says, needless to say, I did not go out with him again.
Oh, goodness. And hopefully you got some parenting classes that you do not do that. Wow. Ray says, this was a first date. She got so drunk, we had to take an Uber back to her place.
Mm-hmm.
On the way back, she started farting loud and blamed the driver.
Oh, no.
I was more worried about how that was going to affect my rating.
Oh,
we didn't go out again.
Hey, you're still going to give me 5, right? You're going to give me 5? You're going to be, I'll give you 5. You give me 5? Jennifer said got arrested because that quick stop he made was to sell drugs to an undercover cop. Oh, my God. Blind date and with a med student, never again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Got arrested. That is an awkward date. Yes.
That's that's up there. Amy says took me to Hooters on Valentine's Day.
All right.
That's an unconventional choice.
You do what you need to do. I hear they have lovely wings this time of year.
Do you?
Paul said this was a first date. We went to a nice Mexican restaurant. She went on her phone and then started swiping through dating apps. R.I.P. me.
That is a sign that is not going to end up in another date. Yeah. What were you saying again?
What were you saying? Oh, swipe left. Swipe left.
Oh, MG. Aaron said she didn't hug me goodbye.
Okay.
So we were friends before the date and we'd always hugged goodbye before. She hugged me hello and then she hugged me the next time we saw each other. I guess it was her way of saying she wasn't interested in me in that way.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't really been able to figure her out. Now she lives across the country, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
That's a subtle way of saying.
Yeah, these are the awkward dates that you've been a part of. Isabel said, this happened to my brother. Went out with a girl a few times, brought her back to his place. They were talking about random things when she mentioned her cousin Davy. My brother said, I have a cousin Davy. Turns out it was the same cousin Davy. LOL. She was our second cousin or something.
Oh my gosh, they're related.
Only in Kentucky. So you know what? Second cousins are illegal.
It's legal. It's all good.
Legal, you're fine.
Should have run with that.
You're fine.
Brad said went to the local mall for a first date. We were in high school, so it seemed like a good idea. Neither of us had money, but she had a bunch of jewelry she stole from her mom's room. We went to one of those gold buying kiosks, but apparently someone over 18 had to sign for it. So she calls her aunt who comes over and gets like $15 from it.
Oh my gosh.
We then took that money and ate some Dairy Queen. There was no second date though.
That is such a high school story.
Pawned mom's jewelry
for Dairy Queen.
To get some Dairy Queen. Wow.
Oh, shoot.
And those dilly bars are good.
They are good.
Yeah,
they are good.
Tasty.
One more awkward thing that happened on your date. Tish said, I went to see my date play with his band at a bar. When his set was finished, I went to the restroom, came out. He was nowhere to be found. Went outside the bar to look for him. When I opened the door, his car was parked directly in front, and he was making out with a girl in the hood of it.
On the hood of the car?
Hey, baby, it's rock and roll.
It's rock
and roll, baby. Baby, it's rock and roll. What can we do?
With it.
Listen,
with me.
Listen, if you're gonna date me, you gotta understand this comes with the gig.
I got groupies.
I got groupies. You don't get a name like Fresh Tuna without having some moves.
Fresh Tuna.
I don't know. I just made it up. All right, there you go. Thank you for the stories. Those are good. Awkward date.